Now, this is just the GoPro 5, so I decided to upgrade with something that shoots 2K and 4K. But I went and got this Smatree selfie stick to go with it. I wanted to try to replicate something that I saw on TV once. If you've ever seen Animal Planet and the Hunting for Bigfoot, they had a rig with a GoPro to where they could do things actively and the GoPro would record them. Well, my thought was I didn't want to go around like this all the time, you know, and a lot of people do that, but I was thinking, what if I could mount the GoPro to my pack? So what I did was, since this thing adjusts so many different ways, and it's got these little screws and teeth inside, I took this end, the bottom end, the hand end, and slid it inside the loops on my pack. So I've basically got the camera pointed at my face. So you can adjust, so I can adjust the angles so I can make it a little bit higher or a little bit further, a little bit straighter, and adjust the camera. Now, with it as it stands, I figured I'm going to need something for the sound. The sound isn't that great on the GoPros. Now, I have this extra mic that I've used on my DSLR until I upgraded to a Rode. So I figured this thing's pretty small. What I'll do is I'll attach it. But how do I attach it? Well, what I figured was if I had a Velcro strap, which is what this is, it's just a little Velcro strap with a little buckle on here, and basically I just stuck it right next to it and tightened it. So, and it actually works pretty well. So I figured out this is probably the best way to keep it attached. Now, when you do this, to get the better sound on the GoPro, you're going to have to buy an extra cable. This is a USB-C, so it's the new oval, which goes inside the GoPro for the sound, and then it attaches to a standard audio jack. So you plug it in, and I've got this extra wire hanging out. Now, what I had was a little rubber band that was kind of keeping them together, which is probably the best way to do it. But what I have been doing is just kind of tucking it in there that way to keep it in there, because the rubber band that came with it that I was using, I decided to attach right here. And I needed that because this keeps slipping off. So I didn't want to lose that because there's a lot of wind out here in the mountains, and I wanted to be able to have really good, better quality audio than the GoPro is known for. Because you always have that rattly kind of underwater sound. The sound is so much better with this little tiny mic attached with this Velcro strip. Now, what I'm going to do next to upgrade this after this adventure that I've had, and I figured out how it works and how it doesn't work, is what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy another one of these Realtree setups. However, they make two. They make this, which is more of a traditional selfie stick, only obviously it's adjustable. They make another one that is the exact same parts, except where this at the bottom, and it's on the bottom of mine, it is screwed or threaded, and it comes with another extension that can turn into a tripod. So I don't know how well it works, but what I'm thinking is buying another setup, and then what I'm going to do is break that one down. I'm going to take the two legs that are on that and put it on this. That way, rather than having this as close as it is now, I'll have it twice as far. And I think, because this is pretty solid, to be honest with you, inside the pack, it'll move around a little bit, but when I have it completely flat, I mean, it works real well. Well, doubling that distance, I'm hoping that this is secure enough and tight enough that it'll keep it to my pack. Otherwise, what I'll probably do is get some zip ties and zip it to the pack straps, and it'll be a little bit more secure. So that will give me a wider angle, a better shot, and I think it's a better way, because that way, coming up here, I was using my trekking poles. Well, when you're doing this the whole time, you really can't use your trekking poles as well. And when you're coming up a few thousand feet, you want to use your trekking poles, believe me. So just kind of setting it up, kind of how, you know, those guys from Animal Planet, from Finding Bigfoot, you know, they have a rig that's set up, obviously different to this, but this is the poor man's way of doing it. Now, I believe I paid about $25 just for this aluminum selfie stick from Realtree. The other setup with the leg that turns into a tripod, I believe I think it's around 30, 32. So if you bought both of them, probably be around 50, 60 bucks. But I like the whole armature setup of this because you can fold it. So it's easier to transport. I mean, this is brilliant. And because this is actually aluminum, which there were a couple similar to this, plastic and aluminum. I went with aluminum because aluminum is going to be more stable, it's going to be stronger, and you noticed that they've drilled these out so that it's going to be lighter. This is going to hold up. A plastic one like this, just like this, will probably break. And once it's broke, you're done. You won't be able to do anything with it. But with this and the way it's multi-adjustable, lightweight aluminum, this is the way to go. I got it off of Amazon. This is Smatree, and this is the rig that I use.